Hey guys, it is Luke from RetroRevival here, and as you can see today, I'm doing another custom LEGO minifigures video, and today, of course, I like to do a lot of tie-ins with my videos, and this one is tying into the recent show, Marvel's What If on Disney+. This recently, well, as of me recording this, the release date of this film is August the 11th, so as of this coming out, this should have already come out, I think, last week, or quite recently. However, you know what Marvel do, they always change their release dates around, so it always messes up my schedule. But anyway, yeah, this is supposed to be coming out, and it's an animated show, and I'll be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to it until I saw a recent trailer, and now I cannot wait, because it looks awesome. And I'm going to be honest, this is kind of a cop-out, this collection of figures, because they don't really have much to do with What If. But I had basically some miscellaneous Marvel characters like these ones here, and I didn't know what to do with them. And when they announced the What If show, I thought this would be a perfect idea to do these lot. So we've got 5 figures here today, going from left to right. We have Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who is actually in this show, which is good. Then we have Agatha Harkness from WandaVision. Then, of course, in the middle, we've got the big bad Thanos. Then we've got Silk, and, of course, the legendary Stan Lee over there on the end. So we've got 5 figures. So without further ado, let's get into the first one. So guys, here is the first figure, and this is the Titan Thanos. Of course, the biggest, and I'd probably say the best on-screen villain in any comic book movie, hands down, even better than the Joker. I know a lot of people love the Joker, but I think Thanos is better. It's just such a great character, and this figure is a lot to take in. So let's start off with this blade. This is a very cool looking blade. I think he has this one in Endgame. I don't think he has it in... No, he doesn't. He doesn't have this in Infinity War. He has this in Endgame. This giant blade that he just swings about. It's really nice and detailed, really nice engraving and some paint on there. So, you know, it's just really cool. And may as well go on to the rest of the figure. Let's take this off, actually, because it's in the way. Come on, get off. Get out of his hands. There we go. I'm just going to recenter him a little bit. There we go. And now we can see the rest of the figure without this blade popping in the way. So let's start off by his helmet and work our way down. His helmet is very chunky. I mean, it's very accurate to the film and the comic books. You know, it just sort of loops around his face there. There's a lot of engravings and stuff on the top. A few black stripes there. Very nice. His face is also pretty spot on. You can't really see his chin, which is one of the standout things of Thanos, and he normally isn't sort of got this face on him where he sort of got his teeth showing. He's normally quite, I don't know, quite stern and serious with his face, so you wouldn't normally see him with his teeth out. He does look angry though, and he's got gold eyes, and of course you can see the wrinkles on his chin and just on his face. Overall it's pretty good. And then his torso is just this huge torso piece that goes down to here. It loops just in front of his legs. It's just this massive chest plate with loads of engravings on there and some paint on there as well in black, just to show a bit of detail, which is pretty nice. And then, well, you can't really see much else except from this huge chest piece. It goes on to his legs as well. He has these cuffs at the bottom of his feet, just over the legs. There is some printing on the legs in gold and black there. Looks pretty nice. Can't really see much of it though. However, he does have these cuffs on his feet. One thing I would say about this figure is it looks quite chunky and quite, I don't know, it just looks quite bulky, and I don't really like it as much because this is a minifigure, and it's really cool that they've added all this stuff on there, but it just makes it look a little bit weird. But yeah, he does have some printing on the tips of his shoes, just in black and gold. Now over to the side, you can see he's got some printing on his legs there, just showing his armour with some gold. There's a little strip of orange, and you can see like the grey and the black up there on his trousers. He also has this cuff on his wrist, which is a little bit annoying because why doesn't he have the Infinity Gauntlet, which is what he's known for? So I don't really understand why they haven't given him that. He's got these cuffs instead, which are kind of cool. Still quite bulky though on the arms. It means you can't really move the arms very well. And also you can see these bulky things at the bottom. And you can also see his chest plate. Then on the back, you can see the back of his chest plate. and his boot-like things that he's got on there. And also you see the back of his torso and his legs, which are both printed very nicely, just showing the back of his clothes. Saying this figure is bulky, yeah, that's kind of a problem. It's still not a bad figure, it's a good figure. It's just, I could have done without the bulkiness. So guys, next up is Agatha from WandaVision, and I think the show was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. But this figure is also great, just like the show. Also, it comes with this little dog, which is, of course, Sparky, which is the dog she kills because she's evil. And this is actually very nicely detailed. I've never seen a dog like this before. It's a separate head mould, and it just sort of slips on there. It's got some printing on the sides, which is nice. It comes with that. However, it doesn't fit on the stand with the figure, which is a little bit annoying. But this figure is brilliant. So let's start off with the hair and work our way down. This hairpiece I've never seen before, but this is, of course, Agatha in the 80s, because it's like a sitcom. They go through the decades. So I'm just getting a bit of muck off there. But this hair is brilliant. It swoops over to the side and it goes all over her shoulder, it goes down the back. This just looks great. And her face is also cool with the headband, which is quite nice. And yeah, this is supposed to be like her jazzercise outfit, which apparently a lot of people did in the 80s. Her face is smiling, because at this point we thought she was still good, but no, she's bad. She's an evil witch. Her torso is also really good, with like this blue shirt tied around in the middle. Bit of a problem with the arms is, we have this a lot on these figures, is that if they do like a multi-coloured arm, like with a sleeve or something, they don't really paint in the sides of the arms, so it's just sort of like a line, and then sort of like a patch on the arm to sort of show where the sleeves are, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, let's go back to the torso. She's got like this thing on underneath, like this like an undershirt sort of thing you'd exercise in, kind of like a dress, with some multicoloured stripes on there, which also lead down to her legs, sort of like a leotard. That's what I was thinking of, a leotard. It leads down to her legs with the lines again. It sort of swoops in there, and then you have some of her underclothes with her socks and her shoes on. This looks really nice. Her leggings under this, not socks, sorry. And leg warmers as well she's got on. This is just really nice, a lot of detail, and a great start to this figure. Then moving over to the side, you can see the sleeve. It looks nice from this angle, but when you sort of catch it from the front, it doesn't look great. But she's also got printing on her legs to show where the leggings and her like leg warmers are, and the side of her leotard and stuff like that. It just looks nice. Then on the back, you can see the back of this amazing hair mould, and you can also see there's printing on the back of her legs, showing the clothes continuing around her body. So guys, the next figure is actually a figure that hasn't, or a character that hasn't, appeared in the MCU as of yet. This is Silk. She's part of the Spider-Man universe. This is really cool, this figure. And let's start off with the hair and work our way down. It's this really cool and nice hairpiece, and this actually works perfectly. If you've ever seen a picture of the Silk figure, if you've ever seen a picture of the Silk character, search it up on Google, and this is spot on. It is great. Her face is also good. You can see sort of like this ninja mask that she's got to hide her identity, and you can see her eyes at the top. This is very nice as well. Her torso is also excellent with this amazing suit, and it's mostly black, but with the big white crest in the middle, with the cobweb-like design, and the red part in the middle. This also continues down to the legs with these sort of like, it looks a bit like spider legs, which is probably the purpose of this, but it looks really cool, kind of like lightning bolts, and the rest of it is black. Now going over to the side, the only printing are these little lines at the top of the arms, which is nice. They didn't have to do this. It just makes the figure a lot more cohesive. Then on the back, we've got no printing on the legs. However, we have got these lines again, and the crest in the middle with the spider, and of course, the cobweb kind of design on the back as well. So guys, the next figure is Ego the Living Planet from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I love that film, it's so good. But yeah, this is Peter Quill's dad. He is evil, and he's actually in What If, because he was in the trailer. So I think this might be one of the only characters who's actually in it. But this guy is played by Kurt Russell, and when I look at him, I don't necessarily see Kurt Russell. His hair is pretty solid. It's just the kind of, kind of long-ish hair mold. It's used in a lot of figures, and I've seen it a lot of times in the previous videos that I've done. It's just grey. His face is, I think it's a good detailed face, but not for this figure. It doesn't read ego to me. It just looks like an old guy. This could be Luke Skywalker, it could be anybody. So, it's just how it is. But you can see he's got these big green eyes, he's got a lot of wrinkles and a beard, and his torso, it's accurate, but it's just a bit boring, and it's a little bit simple compared to Ego's actual clothing. He's got this top part of his cloak at the top in black. He's got a few buckles there. He's then got this line, this strap going down across his torso. He's got a few dots there to show where his jacket is and his robes that he's wearing, his clothes. And he's also got this little lip that sticks out there just to show where it fastens in the middle. And then going on to his legs, these are mostly brown with some beige at the bottom to show his shoes, and there's a lot of buckles on there. And he's got some black tips on his shoes. This is actually pretty nice. So guys, then there's some printing on the side. On the arm, there are some cuffs and the shoulder pads that are very detailed. The side of this figure, there's some more printing underneath the arms, just to show the sides of his clothes. And then his legs, he's also got some printing with the boots and the trousers above, where you can see there's some brown, and there's also some little buckles and things, and you can see the black tips, a tiny little black line for his shoes. This is actually pretty nice. And then on the back of this figure, you can't see anything because of his cape. This figure was pretty good. I mean, compared to the other ones, it's just not as good because of that face. And the final figure today is Stan the Man, the absolute legend, Stan Lee. Rest in peace. What an absolute amazing guy for creating all these comic books. He's just an absolute top-notch person. And this figure is simple but effective. So I'm going to start off with the hair and work my way down. He's got the slick back hair in grey. This is pretty much spot on. Maybe it could have been a little bit lighter because, his hair was more white than grey. So, that's only a little thing though. I mean, you can tell exactly who it is. His face is also spot on. This just reads Stan Lee with the mustache and the glasses. A few wrinkles above there, and of course he's got a big smile on his face, just like Stan Lee. This looks great. His torso is this jumper, or as you Americans call it, a sweater. We call it a jumper in the UK. This is more green in real life, but on the camera it appears to be more blue. It's like a bluish green. Looks very nice. He's also got a few more creases on there in green. It looks a little bit off the extra green creases in there. I understand what they've done it, but I think it should have been a different shade of green, really. He's also got this shirt up at the top, and you can see sort of like the V-neck on his jumper. And his legs are pretty standard. He's just got some beige trousers on, and a few lines at the top just to show his pockets and things. And he's also got these white tips of his shoes with some black on there. There's not really any printing on the side, however, you can sort of see at the bottom of his shoes where it looks a bit like it's failed to print a little bit, which is a little bit of a shame, because you can see the white tip there and the white tip there and nothing in between, so that does look a little bit odd. And then on the back, there's a little bit of printing on the back of his shoes and the back of his jumper, just showing some more creases and things like that, and of course his neckline and stuff like that. So guys, here are the figures at the end, and as I always do, I'm going to say which is my favourite and which is my least favourite. And my favourite here is definitely Agatha. That just looks awesome. It's so unique and so colourful and spot on. I just absolutely love it. And then probably my least favourite figure is here. We've got Ego on the end, probably my least favourite figure. Sorry, man. It's just that I just don't think he really looks like Kurt Russell in the face. And compared to the other ones, he just isn't as cool. Not a bad figure, but just not as good as the others. So guys, there we have it, another custom LEGO minifigures video complete, and this is of course the set of What If. I know they're not really from the show, but, they're kind of like miscellaneous Marvel ones, so I thought I'd name it What If, after the recent show that's just started coming out, and I'm really looking forward to watching this one. It's going to be awesome, And if you guys are interested in more Marvel Disney Plus shows, I've got a load of other videos on the previous Marvel Disney Plus characters, all of them, all of the shows including WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki. All of them have a custom LEGO minifigures video, so you can go and check all of them out right now, including a load of other custom LEGO minifigures videos that I've made on this channel, so go and check any of them out right now. So guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. I've been Luke from RetroRevival. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.